today's Dhamma Desana.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. I pay my humble salutation to Lord Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. I also pay my respect to our late teacher, Parabhante. I pay my respect to Venerable Itikavante, Mahathera. I also pay respect to all the Bhikkhu Sangha on the stage. My metta to Samanera Anagarikas, to the opposite, okay? Upasikas and Upasikas. Namo Buddhaya. Are you happy? You have to be happy, okay? Today is also Uposatha actually, New Moon Day. If you want to take 8 precepts after this Dhamma Desana, you can take 8 precepts. And you can stay here whole day. You can practice yourself. Okay, before I start my Dhamma talk, for a few minutes, close your eyes. Remember how you came to this world, how you came to this samsara. With the help of whom you came to this samsara, to this world, to the present life, as a man, as a woman, as a young girl, as a young boy. How you came, with the help of whom? Okay, now you can open your eyes. Did you see something? Or did you saw something? How you came to this samsara? Huh? With the help of your parents, right? We say we come to this samsara with our karma, but for the present, you came to this samsara by the help of your father and mother. So, today, I would like to just remind you, as a human being, as a man and a woman, upasak and upasika, how you came to this samsara. Then, when you come to this samsara, what you have to do, no? Especially how to support your parents. Because you came to this samsara because of your parents. If your parents were not existing in this samsara, in this existence, in this world, you are not sitting here today. Because of your parents, you are here. Right? Okay, in Dhammapada, the Buddha says, Kicho manisa patilavo. Being born as a human is very rare. Okay? We accept this? You see, for example, now, for you and me, we are born as a human being, right? You are men, you are ladies. You are born now. But being born as human, you are all the conditions, physical appearance, physical indriyas, right? Can you hear? Can you hear? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Do you have a taste? Can you feel the touch? How about your appearance? You are handsome? No. You are handsome? Yes. You are beautiful? Yes. Why? Because of your parents. This one thing we can say. Because you see, when we come to this samsara, right, we come in a very small, not like grown-up baby, no? We come in a very small, maybe 12 or 15 inch only this much baby. Small. We cannot do anything. We just come by crying to this samsara. Right? Then who takes care of you? Your parents. your mother and father, right? Because of your mother and father, your all appearance, your physical appearance are all okay. For example, if your parents has not taken care of you when you are 1.5 or 2, when you start walking or when you start crawling, right? Babies, I think most of you are parents, so you know what naughty the babies do when they grow, when they start growing up, right? So if your parents have not taken care of you, when you start walking, if you had accident in the small age, then your leg may be something like bent, or your hand may be bent, or some cut here, cut there. Why? Because your parents didn't take care that child. But for you all, I see everything is okay. That means your parent took care of you. Okay? In Mangala Sutta, now is your duty. It says in Mangala Sutta, Mata Pitu Upathanang Etang Mangala Uttamang. That means taking care of your parents, or helping your parents, or supporting your parents is a great blessing. Okay? Do you agree this? So this is in Mangala Sutta, it says that, and now when you grow up as a kid, no, then when your parents are getting old, because this is anicca life. When you are born, that means every day you are growing up, growing up, middle age, old age. Then when you are in old, mostly old people, they cannot do many things by themselves. That means at that time you have to help your parents. How you will help? It says that in our Buddhist tradition, it says that if our parents are old, getting old, then you have to help them doing good things. Like if you are performing a helping, like giving dana, it says that you should bring your parents also together. If you are practicing Shila, no, for example, for today is a new moon day, if you are taking 8 precepts, it says that you should bring your parents also with you to take 8 precepts. Then if you are practicing meditation, it says that you should bring your parents also to practice with you the meditation. So these are some techniques how can you help your parents. In this like helping the parents or children's helping parents, how it came or what our Buddha says. It says that in one sutta, this sutta was given to one young man. The sutta name is Sigalavada Sutta. That just the Buddha Bhante Ananda mentioned before the start of this program. Okay, in Savatthi there was one man, very young man. What he used to do early morning, he used to wake up. He used to go in deep in a lake. Then, without changing his clothes or without drying his hair, he just used to go and pay respect to all the directions, 6 directions, north, south, east, west, up and down. So, okay, so he was paying respect like this every day. Then he says that then the Buddha saw one day why he was doing like that. No, then the Buddha knew that he don't know the reason why he is paying respect to north, south, east, west, or up and down. He didn't know. So then the Buddha thought, oh, I should go and help him. I should go and tell them why he is doing like that. For what purpose he is paying respect to these directions. Then the Buddha went to this young man. Then the Buddha asked him, why you are doing this? For what purpose you are paying respect to these directions? Then this man said, I don't know the reason, but before my father passed away, he just whispered in my ears, my son, you should every day, early morning after taking shower, you should pay respect to these 6 directions. But the meaning, I don't know. I just heard from my father. So this practice I am carrying. Then the Buddha says, why, no? For what reason that his father, what the intention of his father had to paying this respect to these directions. And in Sigalavada Sutta, he says that 6 directions, no? So 4 directions, please repeat after me all. For the east direction denotes parents. South direction denotes teachers. West direction denotes wife, children, son and daughters. North direction denotes friend. Bottom denotes servant or maid. Top direction denotes ascetics, monks or nuns. Okay, this is the meaning. So if he is paying respect to the east, that means he is paying respect to the parents. If he is paying respect to the south, he is paying respect to the teacher. If he is paying respect to the west, he is paying respect to his wife, children. If he is paying respect to the north, he is paying respect to his friends. If he is paying respect to the bottom, servants and maids, who workers in his house. And if he is paying respect to a top, that means he is paying respect to his ascetics, monks or nuns. Okay. For this detail, for like teacher's duty, friend's duty, servant's duty, monk's duty, you go and read detail in this sutta. For you, I will just explain the duty of the parents and duty of the children towards you and towards you from the children, towards you from the children. What you have to do for your children, what you have to do for your parents. Okay. There are 5 duties of a parent towards the children. Right? Because of you, a child came to this samsara. Now you have to do something for them, right? You just cannot, like giving birth and you just cannot throw away the baby. If you are throwing away the baby, that means you are a strong lady then. Strong, very, very kattar, very strong, wrong view person that you don't care the karma, you just throwing away the one's life. So that is a very bad parents, we can say. Okay? Now you see, you brought someone to this samsara. So what are your duty for your children? It says that the first duty for the parent is restraining them from doing evil actions. Okay? The first duty of a parent, that means you have to teach good things to your children when they come to this samsara. When he is growing up, 5, 6, 7, if a child is telling lie, that means you have to teach them, oh, what you are saying is not right. It will harm you and it will harm others. That means you have to not tell lie. You should not do this. Right? You have to teach them. If this child is telling lie, if you encourage, this is good. What you are saying is good. If you encourage like this, then this child will turn into a bad person in the society. If a child starts stealing something, or taking something from the other when they are going to school, if they bring some geometry box or pencil or something, every day if he brings, then if you say to your child, oh, what you are doing is very great. Today you brought 1 pencil, you bring tomorrow 2 pencils. Now you brought 1 rubber, tomorrow you bring 2 rubbers. So if you say like that, will that son or daughter will become good? No, right? In the future, he will become a great robber if you give training like that. Right? So he says, it's a duty of a parents that you should teach them to avoid from doing evil actions. Okay, bad actions we can say. Did you get it? Number one. Number two, support and encourage them in doing good deeds. Number two. So now, if your child is 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, if he is, naturally, he went and meditated for himself. But this is very rare, but giving example, okay, is a very rare. But for example, if a 8 or 9 years old child, he just go himself and go and pay respect to the Buddha, Dhamma or Sangha, or even when they wake up early morning, they just don't go and open the, no, when they wake up early morning, they just come and pay respect to you, to father, to mother, to your grandparents, right? If they pay respect, will you say that, oh, don't do this? Will you say, oh, this is bad action, no, I don't need your respect? Will you kick him? No, right? What you will do? You will encourage. Oh, what you are doing is very good, right? What you are doing is a good action. So you will encourage what he is doing, right? Like for example, in a restaurant, if you are eating with your children, okay, 7, 8 years old child, if you are eating with your family, this child and your family are eating, no? You saw someone is a beggar outside, a very hungry person outside sitting. So automatically your son took a roti or whatever you are eating, something can be offered. So he just took and he just gave to the poor person. Is a good karma or not? Will you say, oh, why you give our food? You should have been give it. Will you say like that? No. If you say, you should not say. You should encourage your child to do good things. Did you understand? Or if he sit for a meditation, then will you say, oh, why you are wasting time? Don't sit. Stand up. Do this, that. Will you say? No. If he sit for a meditation, then you should encourage your child to continue what he is doing, good action. But if he is doing bad, you should ask him not to do. But if he is doing good, you should encourage him to do good things. Okay, number 2. Number 3, give them good education. Okay, and teach them different skills. So this is also very important now, this the third point. No? When you become parents, that means this is your responsibility to give them good education. Okay? That's your foremost responsibility. If with the education, you have to give them some skill with the hand also. Especially with the Indian ladies, I think when they are 12, 13 years old, mothers, they start them teaching how to cook, right? How to make chai, how to make roti, right? They start teaching slowly, right? From the father side, whatever skill you have from your hand, right? You also start teaching to your children. So what will this happen? What will this help them in future? I think these days, these children, they don't learn this, mostly they don't learn skill from the hand, right? For example, this modern days, if you say, hey, you go and cook kitchen, I think most of young generations, they say, I can cook only noodles. Just boil water, put the noodle inside, enough, finish. Make a chai, also they don't know, right? It is, I think, some generations, young generation, I think they are getting, maybe they are not listening to their parents. But their parents, they are trying hard to teach their children, giving them good education, teaching them what to do, what to not to do. Right? Number 3, did you get it? Giving good education to your children and helping them some works, skillful works with the hand. Okay? Did you get it? Okay. Number 4. When, this is also one duty, when in India, I think 18 or 19 or 20 is a time for your marriage, right? Is a time for one to get wife, or it's time for men to get wife. For ladies, I think it's time to get husband. So it says that it's the duty of the parents to find a suitable man, a wife, for man to find a suitable wife. So that is the duty of the parents. So, okay, I think this is our Indian culture, that the parents, they find husband or wife for their children. So this duty, I think, is easy. Did you get it? This I don't know much details. This you know, because I think most of you are parents, so you know what to do, what not to do for this. Did you get it? Okay. Number 5. Okay. Number 5 is when the time is right. That means when for you to retire, right? Like, I think if you are working maybe around 60, 65, usually you retire, right? Then he says that after that, you have to see your children's capability. No? He says that when it's time for you, you can see that your son or your daughter can carry your inheritance. You can carry your parampara. He says that by seeing the time, you should give your inheritance to your son or daughters, mothers or parents. If they have only daughter, they have to give the inheritance to their son or daughter by seeing the proper time. Okay, if maybe why here the Buddha is saying proper time, because maybe if it's not proper, if it's immature, if your son or daughter is immature, if you give this property, inheritance to them, maybe they will misuse it. That's why he says, when the time comes, you see your son or daughter can carry your duty. At that time, he says, it's your duty to hand over your inheritance to your children. Did you get it? Did you get the 5 duties of the parents? Okay. Number 1, you should avoid your children from doing evil action. You should ask them to do good. If they are doing good, you have to encourage them to do good. Then number 3, you have to give them good education and you have to teach them some skills. Bahu, Sachancha, Sippa. Okay, skills, some skills you have to teach your children. Number 4, when it's time for their marriage, you have to find a suitable husband or a suitable wife. Number 4. Number 5 is when it's time is right, you have to hand over your inheritance. Because when you are getting old, right, you cannot do many things, right? Can you do? Now you are young, so you can do many things. But when you are 65, 70, 80, many things you cannot do. This is anicca. So you have to hang over your property to your children. Now, did you get the 5 duties of the parents? I think most of you are parents here. Now you have to do these duties towards your children. Okay? Okay. Now, you have done these 5 duties towards your children. Now he says that the children also have some responsibilities towards their parents. He says in Sigalavada Sutta, there are 5 responsibilities of the children towards their parents. Okay. Number 1, supporting them with 4 requisites: food, drink, clothes, shelter, and medicine. Okay. Here for monks also we have these 4 things. Here 4 things. Okay, now here when your parents are old, for example, when your parents are old, so you have to provide them with the good clothes. Okay, when they are feeling cold, you have to buy a good warm jacket or a warm sweater. You have to provide for your parents. If they are sick, you just cannot neglect them. Okay, you have to provide them food. You have to provide them medicines. Okay, then if they are old, you cannot put them outside the house. You have to keep them with you inside the house. Okay, did you get it? So this is the duty of the young. Okay, here I see some young ones. This is the duty of young ones to take care of their parents. Number one, to give them food, shelter, clothing, and medicine. Number one. Number two is also similar like that. When the parents are very old, okay, when they cannot do anything by themselves, okay, very sick, very old, like they cannot eat, right? You have seen or you have not seen? You have seen, right? Some parents, they cannot eat when they are so old. So that is the duty of your sons and daughters to feed them, right? Like when you came to this samsara, no, when you came to this world, when you were born, did you start walking yourself? Huh? Oh, mother, I am going to take shower. Let's go. Did you do like this? No, right? Mother, I am going to eat food. Did you do? No. If you want food, you just start crying. Then mother, no, oh, you are hungry. So mother, give you milk. Right? Right? If you are crying, if mother is not there, father is there. Father will not neglect you. Oh, you are crying. Let it cry. Your father does like that? No. Father will also find out the cause why you are crying. Right? Father will also check what happened with you. He will also try to console you, check everything to make sure that you are okay. Right? You came like that to this samsara, right? With the help of your parents. Eating, bathing, changing clothes, many things. When we were born, right? Our parents help us. So now this is, second one is our duty. When our parents are very old, when they cannot eat themselves, you have to feed them. When they are not able to take shower, you have to shower them. When they are not able to wash their clothes, you have to change their clothes, wash their clothes. Okay? Did you get it? These are some examples, no? There are many things that our parents, when they get old, they cannot do many things. So this is children's duty to help your parents when they are old. Did you get the third point? Because I think you are staying in society, you see this. You just see like this. No, you have to put into practice. Okay? Did you get it? The main thing is you have to put into practice. Okay. Number three. Now, number three is, he says that if your parents' image is very good in the society, like for your father, oh, your father was when he passed away, your father's image in the society was very good, right? Or your tradition is very good in the society. So he says that this is the children's duty to keep their tradition alive, or to keep the father's head or your parents' head up. Okay, if your father was a good man, then if you become a bad man or a bad woman, what happened? This is the nature of society, you see. Oh, this Upasika, they will not call the name, anyone's name here, Vajra, for example. Vajra. If Vajra is doing something bad in the society, they will, this is nature of society, I see. They will not say Vajra is doing bad. They will say his father's name. Oh, his father was a good man, he used to help this, do that. But this boy, Vajra's, this father's, who you see what he is doing. This is the nature, right? So he says, here in the number 3, you have to keep the good image that your parents had, that parampara you have to carry. Okay? Number 3. Did you get it? Okay, number 4. Now, number 4 is also, he says that now, if your parents are very rich, okay, rich in materially, rich in shila, rich in meditation, rich in good things. So many good qualities your parents had. He says that because the time came, the parents, they did their job, they give you all the inheritance to you. He says that you should be worth to receive this inheritance. Okay, if your parents are very rich, if now it's time for you to accept this inheritance. He says that you should not be useless. You should be useful. You should be worth to accept the inheritance of your parents and to carry forward. Did you get the 4 point? I am not going to tell detail because time is running up now. Okay. The last one. He says, no, this life is anicca. You are here, I am here. But life is uncertain. Death is certain. One day, you and me have to say bye-bye to this samsara. Right? Will you stay forever? I don't think you will stay forever. I am not going to stay forever. Are you going to stay forever? No. One day, we have to leave this samsara and go. That is the nature of the life. Right? We are born. One day we will die. That's sure. Now he says that because our parents, when they pass away, because sure they will die, he says that now this is sons and daughters' duty to share merits. In Buddhism, we have this, right? Usually whenever our parents or friends pass away, we usually do some good karma in their name and we share our merits. Okay? Now this point, did you get it? So that's why here he says that for this point, we can add some more points from the Dhamma point or from general point of view. He says that when your parents are alive, okay, when your parents are alive, the duties of sons and daughters should take care of their parents. They should look after them. No? If they die, you cannot. If you want to look after them also, that's not in your hand because they already left this samsara. So when they are still alive, when they are still with you, so take care of your parents. Okay, listen to them, what they are saying. Serve them, help them when they are still alive. Okay? Now did you get it? Okay. So this is your duty. If your parents, once when they pass away, is your duty to do good karma in their name and share merit with your parents. So these are the 5 duties of the children towards your parents. More detailedly, please read this Sigalavada Sutta. Okay? Did you get it? These 5 duties of the parents, 5 duties of the children. Did you get it? Okay. And the Buddha also says that there are 3 specific terms we can call to our parents. Okay. Number 1, Brahma. You know Brahma? Many people think that Brahma is a creator somewhere sitting and creating you. Oh, you become handsome. Oh, you become ugly. May your nose become like this, ear like this, right? Many people think like that. But actually there is no creator. You are creator of your own self. You create yourself. So he says that number 1, the Buddha gave a special term for especially for our mother. He said Brahma. No? Why? Because Brahmas, he says that they live with 4 Brahma Viharas. That is Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Upeka. Please recite one time with me. Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Upeka. Did you get it? He said these Brahmas, they live with these four qualities. He says that these 4 qualities are with the mothers. Fathers, please ask, okay, they have or not. Okay. He says that if they don't have this quality, 4 qualities towards you, they don't have metta to the husband, they don't have karuna to the husband, but he says that for mother, they will have these 4 qualities for their children. He says that when a mother conceives, when she knows that I am pregnant, he says that a loving kindness or a metta comes towards her child in the stomach itself. It is true. These mothers, they can tell us. Fathers, I don't know. Okay, for mother, it says that automatically a metta arises towards child. Metta, karuna, compassion towards your child. He says that when your child is born, he says, for example, if your child is born, now, for example, a child cannot move his hand that much, right? A mosquito is biting on the forehead of a child. Usually for you and me, what we will do? Okay, chase away the mosquito or like, that is the nature, right? But for a child, he cannot, right? He cannot leave his hand and no. But he says that when the mother sees a mosquito is biting a child, he says that out of karuna, this mother will just chase away the mosquito or ant or any discomfort happening to her child. He says that out of compassion, out of love, the mother will help the child. Okay? Metta, karuna, mudita. He says that mothers, when your child is growing up, you see his or her progress in his life, her life. He says that by seeing his or her child, a mother or father, especially mother, will become very happy by seeing, oh, my son or my daughter, now he's an engineer, he's a doctor. He says automatically what he is doing, you will have joy. Then you will have upeka also. He says that is the one quality a mother has. Mother has. Do you have anyone mother here? Do you have this quality? Okay, you are a Brahma, don't forget, okay? But don't go and fight with your husband, okay? I am Brahma, I will kill you. Not like that, okay? But this is one quality of Brahma that a mother have. Number 2, he says that here is both mother and father, okay? He says that mother and father are Puppa Acharya. Acharya means teacher. Puppa Acharya means first teacher or pre-teacher. So, for example, for this also I am not going to give you that detail because I think you know all this. Even in the school also you hear that the first teacher is mother and father. Why? Because mother and father teach you good behavior, bad behavior. If you are doing bad, you will ask them to stop. If you are doing good, your parents, they will ask you to do this, that, right? Eating, wearing, so many things. Your parents teach you first. So our parents are the first teacher of ours. Okay? For us, our first teacher is our parents. Now, number 2 quality. Did you get it? You are the first teacher for your children. Number 3, it says that our parents are respect avuneyo, word of offering. Did you hear this word? Avuneyo. Did you heard this word? If you are coming regular to this Sunday, I am sure you heard this many times. Avuneyo, pavuneyo, dakkineyo, anjalikareyo. He says that the Buddha gave you this title or this respect like a Sangha, avuneyo. So he says that your word of receiving gifts from your children or from your grandchildren, okay, or your word to receive respect from the society or from your children or from your relatives. Did you get it? So he says these 3 qualities are given special term for your parents. Number 1, Brahma. Number 2, Pupacharya. Number 3, Avuneyo. Okay. Now I am not going to say so many things, actually time is up. Okay. It says that there are 2 persons in this samsara, for us and you, it's very difficult to repay back. Who are those? your mother, and your fathers. So he says that whatever they have done for us is very difficult to repay them back. But he says that if your parents are not meditating, you bring them to meditate. If your parents are not following Shila, you make them to follow Shila. Right? If they are stingy, so stingy, they don't give you anything, they don't give or share anything. If you make them to share something, if they make them to give dana, he says, you help them like you will repay them from 100%, 5% only. But if you make them a Sotabana, Sagadagami, Anagami, Arahant, then you repay your parents. There are so many examples of our parents in suttas. If you have time, please read. Okay? So, with this, I conclude today's Dhamma Desana. Whatever punya we have earned by doing Buddha Vanana, by taking Shila, by practicing meditation, and by listening Dhamma, Kalena Dhamma Savanam. That means you have earned a lot of merits. So we share these merits with our parents. If our parents are departed, may they receive these merits, and we also share these merits to our living parents. May they receive these merits. May they be happy and well. May they be able to attain Nibbana. May they live long life with good health. We also share merit with everyone. Okay, and we also try to be good sons and daughters towards parents, and parents also should try to be good parents towards their sons and daughters. With this, I conclude. May you all be happy and well. May the Triple Gems bless you all. Sadhu, sadhu,
Sadhu, sadhu.